Sweeping over the stark, silent expanse of Isdal Valley, the scene reveals a landscape both beautiful and forbidding. The valley stretches out, an isolated expanse under the vast Norwegian sky. Whispers of the wind carry an ominous warning across the desolate terrain. The narrator's voice echoes, painting a grim portrait. November 1970, Isdal Valley, Norway. The camera focuses on the harsh, unforgiving terrain, hinting at hidden dangers. The narrator's words linger, casting a shadow over the serene landscape. A place locals call Death Valley. Bathed in sunlight, a father hikes with his two daughters through the stark beauty of Isdal Valley. Their footsteps echo between towering rocks as they venture deeper into the valley's embrace. Pausing amidst the rugged terrain, their eyes fixate on something sinister nestled among the rocks. An unsettling discovery shatters the tranquility of their family outing, casting a shadow over the sunlit valley. A burned body lies exposed in the desolate Isdal Valley, a stark testament to a violent act. The scene is unsettling, the air thick with unspoken dread and the scent of charred remains. Every detail screams of deliberate intent, casting a long shadow over the valley. The silence is broken only by the wind, a mournful whisper across the grim tableau. In the smoky 1970 police station, grim investigators huddle under harsh fluorescent lights. Crime scene photos spread before them. The air is thick with unspoken dread as they confront the haunting images, each face etched with the weight of unanswered questions. A voice cuts through the tension, a somber narration echoing the mystery. She had no name, no documents, no past. The investigators exchange uneasy glances, the weight of the unknown pressing down on them as they delve deeper into the enigma. The morgue's cold light casts a stark, sterile glow on the steel table and the body laid out upon it. Each detail is magnified. The cold, lifeless flesh, the unnerving silence of death. I lean in, my gaze unwavering as I begin the grim task of examination. A disturbing detail emerges, labels crudely cut from the clothing, a violent act of erasure. My eyes narrow, focusing on another bizarre alteration, the teeth, brutally tampered with. A wave of unease washes over me as the full horror of the scene sinks in. In the bustling 1970 police station, detectives huddle, their expressions a mask of frustration. Scraps of fabric lay scattered across the table, each piece a silent enigma. The tattered clothing offers no solace, no hint of identity, only mute testimony. Each detective stares intently, willing the fabric to reveal its secrets. The weight of the unknown victim hangs heavy in the air, a life unremembered. In a 1970 laboratory, scientists gather, their white coats stark against the cold metal tables. Test tubes and beakers crowd the surface, hinting at urgent experimentation. The scientists analyze contents, extracted a silent, grim focus. A telltale sign emerges, traces of sleeping pills, a dark revelation. Expressions darken as the lab fills with unspoken implications. The weight of their discovery hangs heavy in the sterile air. In a smoke-filled room, detectives huddle around a scarred table, files strewn under harsh fluorescent lights. The air hangs heavy with tension as they dissect the details of a missing passport. Each detective's expression reflects the weight of the meticulous effort to erase her existence. Whispers echo in the room as they discuss the mystery. In the bustling Bergen train station of 1970, two unattended suitcases sit ominously on a bench, drawing the wary eyes of police officers. The air thickens with anticipation as the officers cautiously approach, their expressions grim. One officer kneels, his hand trembling slightly as he slowly unzips the first suitcase. Beads of sweat trickle down his forehead, reflecting the gravity of the moment. He glances nervously at his partner, seeking reassurance in the tense silence. With bated breath and mounting dread, the first suitcase is finally opened, revealing its hidden contents. Inside the bustling train station, suitcases lie open, their contents hinting at a life of disguise and intrigue. Wigs and sunglasses suggest covert identities, secrets hidden behind carefully constructed facades. Stacks of foreign currencies and notebooks, filled with coded writing, reveal a world of espionage. Each item tells a story of clandestine operations, where danger lurks around every corner. Inside the bustling 1970 police station, investigators are deeply engrossed, their faces etched with determination. Scattered notebooks cover the desks, hinting at the complex puzzle they're trying to piece together. Each investigator meticulously deciphers coded writing, the tension palpable in the room. A breakthrough, a pattern of hidden aliases begins to emerge from the dense web of information. The team rallies, a renewed sense of purpose as they close in on their elusive target. In a modest hotel lobby, a woman checks in, her false name a whisper against the sterile hum of fluorescent lights. Her eyes dart nervously, betraying an anxiety she can't mask as she signs the register. She clutches a small bag, her only companion in this solitary deception. Long shadows stretch across the lobby, mirroring the secret she carries. Alone and hurried, she seeks the anonymity of her room, a temporary refuge from unseen pursuers. A woman walks down a bustling European street, disappearing into the vibrant crowd. Her eyes dart around, betraying a sense of alertness amidst the everyday chaos. She scans her surroundings, her gaze sharp and wary in the bright daylight. Blending in, she remains vigilant, a silent observer in the city's theater. In the bland hotel room, a woman's unease is palpable as her eyes dart around, betraying her anxiety. She nervously approaches a hotel staff member, her voice betraying her fear. "Excuse me, I need to change rooms." The staff member responds, "Of course, madam. Is there a problem with the room?" Her voice trembling, she pleads, I just don't feel safe here. Could you please move me to another room? As soon as possible." Fluorescent lights hum over a drab police station in 1970. A wooden desk separates a nervous man from a detective. The man shifts, his unease palpable under the detective's gaze. He hesitates, his voice barely a whisper in the sterile room. "I saw a woman. Looked just like the pictures," the man reveals, his eyes darting nervously. "Walking with two men," he adds, the weight of his words hanging heavy in the air. A spacious hotel lobby buzzes with indistinct chatter as sunlight floods in, reflecting off the polished marble. Hotel staff bustle, their movements a dance of efficiency amidst the lobby's quiet chaos. In fragmented memories, staff recall a woman's blurred face, her requests for quiet rooms echoing in their minds. The montage reveals subtle unease as they recount her constant room changes and peculiar demands. Sunlight floods the bustling restaurant, tables set amidst a murmur of voices. Near the window, a woman's eyes dart to the entrance, anticipation lighting her face. A nervous excitement dances in her eyes as she waits, hope mingling with uncertainty. "I'm waiting for someone," she thinks, her gaze fixed on the door. The air buzzes with unfulfilled promises as she waits in the sunlit restaurant. Inside the 1972nd police station, the air hangs thick with smoke and suspicion under the harsh fluorescent lights. Drab suits huddle over a scarred table, their faces grim as they pore over crime scene photos. The photos reveal a grim scene, a life cut short. Unspoken doubts linger in the stale air as the investigation unfolds. Narration. Authorities discuss the official theory: suicide. A cold, sterile morgue, fluorescent lights buzzing over steel tables. The air is thick with the scent of disinfectant and something else, something final. The medical examiner, in a crisp white coat, gestures with a gloved hand towards the shrouded figure on the table. The sheet is pulled back, revealing a pale face, still in repose, untouched by the chaos of her last moments. "The amount of pills was enough to knock her unconscious, but not to kill," the medical examiner declares, his voice echoing in the cold room. In Isdal Valley, 1970, the stark daylight reveals a somber crime scene. Scattered matches lie around the body, an eerie detail captured in crime scene photos. The matches are strewn, not clutched, a subtle clue in a desolate landscape. Each scattered match whispers unanswered questions in the cold valley air. The scene paints a grim picture in the Isdalen Valley. Inside the bustling 1972nd police station, grim-faced investigators gather, the air thick with unspoken dread. Crime scene photos are spread across the table, each a stark testament to unspeakable horror. They pore over the victim's posture, searching for answers in the silent language of the dead. Every detail, no matter how small, is dissected, scrutinized, and analyzed with cold precision. The body's position suggests she moved after being burned, Investigator 1 observes, his voice heavy with grim realization. In the smoky haze of the 1972nd police station, fluorescent lights cast a grim glow on the room. Detectives shuffle through piles of missing person reports, their faces etched with frustration and weariness. Each photo, each desperate plea, is met with the same dispirited shake of the head. The air is heavy with unspoken dread. She remains unfound, a ghost in their files. Sunlight streams through high windows in the archives, illuminating researchers amidst towering stacks of aged documents. Fingers trace brittle paper, each touch a whisper to forgotten stories, seeking echoes of the Isdal Woman. Dust motes dance in the air, swirling like secrets in the scent of old paper and time. The weight of history hangs heavy as they delve deeper, searching for a single clue to unravel the mystery. In the dimly lit room, smoke swirls, obscuring details. A shadowy figure sits at a large desk, a harsh lamp his only companion. Files scatter across the desk, hinting at clandestine operations and buried secrets. A grainy photograph lies in plain sight, its blurred image a silent witness to untold stories. The shadowy figure remains shrouded, his face partially concealed, an enigma in the heart of the agency. A woman walks briskly down a sun-drenched European street, her silhouette framed by ancient buildings. Quick cuts flash. A fleeting glimpse of a cafe, a train station, a crowded market. She blends seamlessly into each new backdrop, a chameleon in bustling cityscapes. Each city whispers a different name, a different alias, a life lived on the edge. Her eyes, sharp and knowing, reflect the countless faces she has worn, the secrets she carries. In the dimly lit hotel room, Anna nervously paces, phone pressed to her ear, her expression a mask of fear and resolve. Oui, c'est bien moi. Le colis est-il arrivé? She whispers urgently in French, her eyes darting towards the door. Switching to Spanish, she pleads, No lo he visto, pero necesito saber. Her voice is hushed, desperate. In rapid Russian, she demands, Я не знаю, кому доверять. Скажите мне правду. The weight of distrust hangs heavy in the air. Inside the 1972nd police station, cigarette smoke hangs heavy as investigators gather, their faces etched with concern. Under harsh fluorescent lights, case files litter the table, each page a testament to the case's growing complexity. Grim glances are exchanged, silent acknowledgments of the tangled web they're beginning to unravel. The initial simplicity of the case has dissolved, revealing layers of deceit and obscured motives. Each investigator is lost in thought, grappling with the weight of evidence pointing to deeper corruption. The room is filled with unspoken tension, the air thick with the promise of a truth yet to be uncovered. The Isdal Valley unfolds under the stark daylight, its vast emptiness amplifying the sense of solitude and foreboding. Sunlight barely touches the valley floor, casting long, eerie shadows that dance across the rugged terrain. A chilling wind whispers through the valley, carrying secrets known only to the ancient stones and silent peaks. The sheer scale of the valley dwarfs any sign of human presence, emphasizing nature's raw power. An unsettling quiet hangs in the air, broken only by the distant cry of a raven, a haunting omen echoing through the desolate landscape. Sunlight illuminates dust motes in the archives, revealing towering shelves of forgotten documents stretching into shadow. A lone researcher pores over a faded manuscript, their tired eyes reflecting a sudden spark of excitement. Tracing a line of text, the researcher finds a potential lead, hope flickering in the dim light. The lead dissolves, brow furrowing, disappointment settling as the researcher flips through irrelevant pages. In the smoky haze of the police station, detectives gather around a desk, maps and photos scattered like fallen leaves. Detective 1 warns, his voice a low growl. You think she's just a dame? Think again. She is too slick. Detective 2 scoffs, disbelief coloring his tone. Intelligence agencies? Come on. What would a looker like her be doing in that world? Detective 3's grim words cut through the doubt. Don't underestimate her. Those eyes have seen things, dark things. In the dim glow of a lone lamp, a woman sits at a small desk, her figure framed by shadows and secrets. Her brow is furrowed in concentration as she furiously scribbles in a coded notebook, each stroke filled with urgency. The coded words fill the page, a silent language of hidden meanings and desperate hopes. A tremor in her hand betrays the worry that claws at her. A silent scream in the quiet room. The dim light casts long shadows, each flicker amplifying the tense atmosphere of the hotel room. In a European city, a lone woman hurries down a narrow cobblestone street, each footstep echoing in the still night. 2 men trail her, their figures elongated into menacing shadows by the dim, flickering light. She glances back, her eyes betraying a flicker of fear as she confirms her pursuers. Sensing imminent danger, she breaks into a run, her heels striking the ancient stones. The rhythmic clicking of her heels intensifies, a desperate drumbeat against the silent city. The shadows of the 2 men stretch, reaching, as they quicken their pace, closing the distance. Smoke hangs heavy in the air as detectives gather around a scarred table, their expressions grim. Weary investigators probe potential suspects, seeking a crack in their stories. Vague alibis and evasive answers echo through the tense room. Each interview dead ends, frustration mounting with every passing hour. The weight of unsolved mystery presses down on the weary souls within the station. Vast Isdal Valley stretches out, an untouched landscape guarding secrets from 1970. Sunlight dapples the valley floor, highlighting the isolation and the challenging terrain. Shadows crawl across the landscape, hinting at the mysteries hidden within the valley's depths. The sheer scale of the valley emphasizes the daunting task of uncovering its secrets. A silent testament to time, the valley holds its secrets close, defying easy answers. Sunlight streams into the archives, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air around the researcher. The heavy file snaps shut with a resounding thud, echoing the researcher's defeat. Frustration etches lines onto the researcher's face as they stare blankly at the closed file. The weight of unanswered questions hangs heavy in the silence of the archives. Hope dwindles as the researcher confronts the stark reality of missing information. The archives stand as silent witnesses to the frustrating search for hidden truths. In a dimly lit office, a stern official sits behind a polished desk, his face grim under the cold glow of computer screens. The high-ranking official gestures with authority, his expression leaving no room for doubt. His words echo with chilling resolve. The Isdal case is to be buried. Ensure it remains unsolved, he commands, sealing the case's fate with a decisive finality. Amidst the vibrant chaos of a European street, a woman's face is etched with anxiety as she clutches her phone, knuckles white. Her eyes dart frantically, searching for an escape, betraying her desperate fear. Her voice trembles as she pleads into the phone. Please, you have to help me. The city's beauty contrasts sharply with her inner turmoil, highlighting her vulnerability. A sparsely decorated hotel room glows coldly, suitcases gaping open, poised to swallow lives whole. The woman moves with weary grace, each item packed a step closer to oblivion. Clothes and memories are methodically consumed, erasing traces of a past life. The air hangs heavy with unspoken goodbyes, each fold of fabric a silent farewell. She vanishes piece by piece, leaving behind only echoes in the sterile hotel air. In the smoky haze of the 1972nd police station, detectives gather around a desk buried under files. Evidence photos are pinned haphazardly to a corkboard, each a silent testament to an unsolved mystery. Frustration hangs heavy as the detectives grapple with the realization of powerful forces at play. The weight of the unsolved case bears down, a stark reminder of the opposition they face. The Isdal Valley lies silent under a blanket of snow, the stark landscape holding its breath in the cold air. A haunting close-up reveals a patch of scorched earth, a dark wound against the pristine white. Whispers of a forgotten tragedy linger in the air, a chilling reminder of secrets buried beneath the snow. The valley stands as a silent witness, its beauty marred by the indelible stain of a mystery unsolved. In the hushed archives, a lone researcher sits under dim light, their face etched with curiosity and a profound sense of mystery. The researcher's gaze is intensely focused on a photograph, the haunting image of the Isdal Woman. Emotions flicker across their face, a blend of sadness, intrigue, and a deep yearning for answers. The photograph seems to pulse with untold stories, drawing the researcher deeper into the enigma. An almost palpable connection forms between the living and the long gone, bridging time and mystery. The archive's silence amplifies the unspoken questions surrounding the Isdal Woman's life and identity. In the stark, sterile intelligence agency, a coded message pulses ominously on the screen. Each flash of the code is a death knell, precise and chilling in its declaration. The digital words slice through the silence. The mission of the Isdal Woman, a life meticulously crafted, a purpose coldly assigned, has been terminated. Sunlight dapples the European street, but the woman's shadow is heavy with anxiety. Her eyes dart nervously, scanning the crowd as if searching for an unseen threat. A fleeting glance over her shoulder reveals a deep-seated unease. Each step is measured, her posture betraying a constant awareness of being watched. The vibrant city fades into a backdrop for her mounting fear. Her breath hitches as paranoia tightens its grip. She is not safe. Dim light barely illuminates the hotel room, papers strewn like fallen leaves around a battlefield of secrets. Driven by panic, the woman shreds documents, feeding them to a hungry fire in the sink. Each tear is a desperate attempt to erase a past that clings to her like a shadow. She seizes the laptop, her face a mask of grim resolve. With brutal force, she smashes the laptop against the desk, the screen spiderwebbing into oblivion. The destruction is complete, a futile act against the memories that haunt her. In the smoky 1972nd police station, detectives in charcoal suits drown in paperwork, their faces etched with defeat. Overflowing ashtrays and a haze of cigarette smoke paint a picture of weary resignation. The air is thick, with the unspoken weight of unsolved mysteries, a suffocating blanket of despair. Each detective carries the burden of justice delayed, their shoulders slumped under the crushing weight. The station itself seems to sigh, a monument to cases gone cold and hope slowly fading. Mist hangs heavy over Isdal Valley, a veil of secrecy shrouding the landscape in an eerie, ethereal glow. The valley's silence is broken only by the whisper of the wind, carrying secrets through the fog-laden air. Shadows dance and twist, adding to the valley's mystique, as if the very land holds its breath. The scene is painted in muted tones, heightening the sense of isolation and unanswered questions. Isdal Valley remains an enigma, its beauty intertwined with an unsettling, lingering mystery. The heavy oak door of the archives creaks, a sound echoing years of untold stories and forgotten secrets. A lone researcher emerges, their silhouette framed by the dim light, burdened by unseen weight. Shoulders slump ever so slightly, a subtle sign of the emotional toll exacted by the unsolved cases. Each step carries the invisible weight of countless narratives, Each file a life left unresolved. The air is thick with the scent of aged paper and unanswered questions, a palpable sense of mystery. The researcher disappears into the day, leaving the archives to guard their silent, untold stories. Sunlight dapples through the trees, illuminating a quiet cemetery, where shadows dance on aged stones. A simple gravestone emerges from the green, its stark presence a silent testament to an untold story. The stone bears a somber inscription, "Unknown Woman." The inscription is weathered, softened by time, yet the words cut deeply into the silence of the place. The camera lingers, inviting reflection on the life and identity concealed beneath the earth. Around the gravestone, nature quietly persists, a gentle reminder of life's enduring cycle. An undefined space, heavy with unspoken sorrow, suggests a life shrouded in mystery. The air is thick with the weight of unanswered questions, a somber mood pervading the scene. The setting remains unknown, mirroring the Isdal woman's lost identity. Voiceover. The Isdal woman remains unidentified. No grave bears her real name. The silence echoes the absence of a known past, a life deliberately erased or tragically lost. Voiceover. No records explain her life, deepening the enigma surrounding her fate. The scene fades to black, a silent abyss swallowing light and form. A voice echoes from the present, weaving a tale of hidden identities. "Someone knew who she was," the voice says, tinged with regret. "And someone made sure we never would," the disembodied voice concludes, leaving a haunting finality.